Today we're going to be learning about intervals. So at the top of your page, please write intervals. But before we get started on intervals, I am going to teach you about two basic chords. So if you could make a Roman numeral capital 1 or capital I, that's going to be standing for a major chord. And the lowercase Roman numeral 1 or lowercase I is going to be a minor chord. And a major chord has 3 notes in it. It has do, mi, and sol. They're going to be played at the same time. At the same time. And then the minor chord is do, mi, sol, and that's also played at the same time. Alright, when the major chord is played at do, mi, sol at the same time, when you play it at the same time, it sounds like this, which sounds happy. So we're going to write down happy. And when you play this, it kind of sounds like a king's entrance. It sounds like ta-da, so we're going to write down king's entrance. Okay, so then do, mi, sol, if you play that at the same time, that sounds sad or scary. And it sounds, that sounds like the Phantom of the Opera. So, that's going to be our song for that one. Alright, then we have U, which is going to stand for unison. And if you think of like a unicycle has one wheel, or a unicorn has one horn, uni means one, and so this is like one sound. You're going to see music for chorus, unison when you want the sopranos and altos, and maybe even the guys to sing together. And so this is going to be one note, the same note. And so it's really not an interval because there's not a space between the notes of the unison, and so you can think of the song 1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock. So we're going to write down rock around the clock is our song. So now that we have these 3 down, now we can talk about the intervals for the rest of the page. They're the real intervals from this point on. And we're going to start with the ones farthest away and work our way towards the closest ones. And so our first one is going to be P8, which stands for perfect octave. A perfect octave has 12 half steps. And what I'm going to do is draw a keyboard over here, and if you all will draw a keyboard in your notes, we'll only have to draw it once, and then we'll use it to fill in all the different intervals and how far away they are. So our first interval that we're talking about is a perfect octave. If we start here, that's like the you are here signs that you see. You are here. Okay, so if you start here and you count 12 half steps, this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this would be where a perfect octave is. So we're going to label that PH for perfect octave. Maybe we want to even color these in so that they look more like a piano. Okay, so now that you've got your keyboard, we're going to keep on using it. the rest of the time. All right, so when we have 12 half steps, it sounds like Somewhere Over the Rainbow. So write down Somewhere Over the Rainbow on your paper. Somewhere over I ran out of room. Following a rainbow. There we go, Somewhere Over the Rainbow. The next one is a capital M7, and that's going to stand for major seventh. And a major seventh has 11 half steps. So if we go back to here and we say you are here, we go out to 11 half steps. This is going to be a major seventh. And that's how far away it is on the piano. Also, something else we might want to do is draw a staff. And if that's our you are here C note there, all the way up here on this C note is our perfect octave. So you could label it that, and you can see how far apart it is. And so the next one is right here on the B note. And so that's 11 half steps away, and that's our major seventh. So they're going to get closer and closer until they touch. So, what does 11 half steps sound like? It clashes. It does not sound good. So it's far apart and it clashes. It wants to resolve up to high do. So if you're hearing it separately, it sounds like do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, it wants to go to do. So it's resolving upward to high do. Here's our next one. A lowercase m, I always put a line over the top, so you do that too. So we have a lowercase m7, and that's going to stand for minor seventh. A minor seventh has 10 half steps. If we go over here, we go up to 10 half steps, and that one's going to be our minor seventh. So draw that up there. And on our staff, there's our C note, and now we have a B flat. So we're getting a little bit closer, and that's our minor seventh. What does that sound like? So it sounds like, there's a place for us. So we're going to write down, there's a place as our song. There's a place for us. All right, going on. The next one is a capital M6, which is going to stand for major sixth. It's 9 half steps. And so if we come over here, 9 half steps away, this is a major sixth. We'll draw another C note. And now we're on an A, and that's a major sixth. What's that going to sound like? That sounds like two different things. If you've ever watched the news on NBC, you hear NBC, and you'll hear it tonight on the nightly news. Or you could hear my body lies over the ocean. So we're going to write down two answers for that one. NBC or my body. All right. Moving on. The next one is our lowercase m6, and that is a minor sixth. And it's going to have 8 half steps. And out here to 8 half steps is a minor sixth. And down here is going to be our A flat. Minor sixth. And what does that sound like? So this sounds like, so that's going to be The Entertainer by Scott Joplin. And some kids say they hear it on the ice cream truck. I've never heard it on the ice cream truck, but if you want to write that in parentheses, you can write ice cream truck if that's going to help you remember what A minor 6 sounds like.